How's it going, everyone? Arethi is back here for another Pokemon Battle Commentary video. We're back on the Random Eggstravaganza tournament here, and this time we have a matchup between Zexxios and AbsoluteFlare. Now, we've seen both of these guys face Gus in the tournament, so now we're going to see them up against each other. So let's take a look real quick. Nothing major seems to be different on either one of these guys' teams from what we've seen before, but let's just go with the rundown anyway. So Zex is bringing Miltank, Mr. Rime, Appletoon, Salandit, Solrock, and Reuniclus. And looking at things real quick, still got the Choice Scarf on Reuniclus, got that Terrain Extender still on Solrock, so he's got Psychic Terrain on it, so that's the idea there. It looks like we didn't get to see it in the battle against Gus, but I'm assuming, based on what I'm looking at here, that the idea is set the Psychic Terrain up with Solrock and then let Reuniclus come in and have a little bit of fun with it. So he's still bound and determined to use this Salandit. He was able to use it to get a poison off on a poison type thanks to Corrosion in the battle against Gus, but that's about the only purpose it really served. Outside of that, we got the Miltank with the Rocky Helmet and the Mr. Rime with an Assault Vest. Don't know if I remember if it was Assault Vested or not before, but anyways, looking at Flare, whose his in-game trainer name is Crosshair, we've got Skarmory, Jellicent, Morpeko, Diggersby, Whiscash, and Alolan Ninetales. So we know that the Morpeko has a couple of egg moves. It's got Parting Shot, it's got Rapid Spin. So, and the Ninetales actually was the only Pokemon in the entire tournament that came with 3 egg moves. It had Moonblast, it had Freeze Dry, I believe, and Hypnosis. Let me check that real quick while we're going here, because that was one of the rules of the tournament. So again, well, I mentioned this during each of these Random Eggstravaganza videos, is that the Pokemon that people are using, they were randomly drawn and hatched eggs, and the only thing you were stuck with whatever ability it has, you're stuck with whatever nature it has, and you're stuck with whatever IVs it has, and also whatever egg moves. If it had an egg move when it was hatched, that's fair game, but you couldn't add any other egg moves. And yes, the Ninetales did have Freeze Dry, Moonblast, and Hypnosis. So if you notice anything a little bit odd about, why would they use this ability? Why isn't this doing more damage? Why is this thing outspeeding it? That's why, because you are not allowed to Nature Mint, you are not allowed to Hyper Train, and you are not allowed to use any ability altering items. So that being said, let's hit play on the video, and let's see what Zex is going to do here. I would think on Flare's side, he's either going to lead with Skarmory or Morpeko. Skarmory for, excuse me, the potential of setting up hazards, and Morpeko is kind of a scout since it does have Parting Shot. Zex is going to lead with the Solrock, so let's see if he's going to try and get his Psychic Terrain down quickly. I believe the Solrock also has Stealth Rock on it too, so not a unsurprising lead for Zex here. Set the hazards if you can. The Morpeko is going to be problematic for his little Psychic Terrain plan, since you can't just sit there and spam Expanding Force with a Dark type on the other team. But here we go. Let's see what Flare decided to do to start things off here. So Flare's going to start with the Ninetales. Okay, so maybe the idea is to get Aurora Veil going. Go, we've got Hail. We got Zex's capture card crap in the bed again. So let's see. Zexer's going to go for the rocks. Yeah. Alright, so he's going to make sure he gets his Stealth Rocks going. Ninetales is going to leave. I wonder if he was worried about just losing Ninetales to a Rock Attack there. Interesting. Yeah, I think so. He went into Whiscash, which would make me seem to believe that he was expecting a rock attack there. So rocks are up. Flare just swaps, so a little bit of hail damage. Deck's gonna go for the terrain here. I feel like you don't want to go for this right at this point because, again, you still have the Morpeko to deal with. You also have a Skarmory, which will... Although, I mean, Expanding Force, even resisted on Psychic Terrain, will probably still do a fair chunk of damage. Oh, no. It's Dragon Dancing. It's Dragon Dancing. So the issue here is that... what do we see? Do we see Stone Edge on this thing? I mean, I feel like if you're gonna put the Psychic Terrain, yeah. If you're gonna put the Psychic Terrain on this with this, Protect feels weird. I don't know why Protect is on this thing. I would have put Zen Headbutt on it. And Liquidation is gonna annihilate this Soul Rock, and down it goes. This way you could at least, if not all else failed, you could at least maybe have it give itself a chance to do something. Okay, here comes Miltank. Oh, he's going to retaliate. He's going to retaliate on this thing. I think we saw that before. If this is Jellicent, okay, Skarmory will tank this well. Resisted, Skarmory's bulky. Yeah. Animation's kind of funny there. Rocky helmet damage. Dex with his Fire Punch on this thing. Flare's gonna set up spikes. So this is, I don't know if Zex is gonna think he can just power through Skarmory here with Fire Punch. No, he's gonna leave for Mr. Rhyme. Interesting. Ooh, Flare's switching too. Who's he switching into? Jellicent. I think, alright, he didn't want to take another Fire Punch. Yeah, so it's, I mean, it was probably like, what, 6 turns left of the Psychic Terrain? Oh. He's gonna Dynamax this guy. Interesting. I didn't see the base moves in this, but we saw Max Lightning. Does Mr. Rhyme get access to Thunderbolt? What electric move was that based off of? That's decent damage. The only problem is oh, he's scalded. Alright, so another Phantasm will kill. Zex is trying to predict what his swap's going to be. He didn't look very quickly. Oh, good lord. Diggersby. Yeah. That's unfortunate. That's the problem there, is that with a ghost immunity, he might just swap back into Jellicent here. With a ghost immunity on the team, I think you can't just, if you think he's going to switch, you can't just use. It's funny because the other play there would be if you were worried about predicting a swap and then him not swapping, you could have Max Lightning, but again, with the Diggersby, it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, here goes the Diggersby, probably back into Jellicent. Oh no, into Morpeko. Odd. Maybe he's just going to sacrifice the Morpeko? Interesting. I don't think that was a necessary sacrifice there, but you figure the max hailstorm is coming there. You could go into Jellicent, and it should tank it pretty well, I would think. And realistically speaking, like looking at Zex's team, outside of maybe Miltank, there's nothing else that you really would look at and go, man, I really need this Jellicent for later. Alright, so Ninetales is going to get the Aurora Veil up thanks to the hail that Mr. Rhyme just set. Rapid Spin. Oh. Alright, Zex is going to switch. He doesn't have a really good switch here. It looks like he's just going to offer up Salandit here as a tribute. It's possible it survives a blizzard, or a freeze dry, or a moonblast. Actually, this is what, quad resisted actually? That's a hell of a swap. I think he's alright. So he's expecting a switch maybe into Jellicent here. I think that's the reason why you would pick Toxic. Ooh, into the Diggersby. I think I almost would have rather seen a Fire Blast. Poison the Diggersby. Hail damage. So we don't know, but it's probably safe to assume that there's Light Clay on this Ninetales. Ah, protect a turn, man. Protect a turn. Although, you want to be careful, because this thing could Swords Dance. Because I think Flare is definitely predicting a swap here. Maybe into Appletoon. Because that's the only thing Zex has right now that resists Earthquake. Oh, he's just gonna Dynamax. Oh no. Poor Salandit. We hardly knew ye, friend. I'm guessing we get a Max Quake here. Unless we get a Max Strike. Thinking that he is switching. I think he was expecting a switch into Appletoon there. Hail stopped, which is a little unfortunate for Zex now because it takes away some of the residual damage here on Diggersby. No, don't switch. Don't switch. Don't do it. Just give up. Give up the Salandit. And try and protect again. See if you get the double protect. Oh no. No. Interesting. He didn't. Alright, so this is going to be tanked reasonably well. The caveat here is that you still get the special defense boost, which is fine. I think I would have probably max striked here because I don't know. Or maybe, you know, maybe he's like me and maybe he figured that Zex was just going to sacrifice the Salandit there. I think Zex feels like he maybe needs to hold on to Salandit for Skarmory. Oh, Appletoon survived. That's alright. How much healing is going to get off this berry? More passive damage. Does this thing have Protect too? Does he just put Protect on everything? If he's got Protect here, this is maybe okay. Because then he can get another turn of Leech Seed recovery. It might force Flare to swap. Ways recover. Actually, that's probably the play here. Yeah, flare swapping, which is a good play here. Into Skarmory. I think you have to Leech Seed here. Apple Acid. This is going to do a little bit of damage because he just lost his flying type. This wasn't going to KO. It does get the special defense drop, but... So there goes the Aurora. Actually, that would have... boy. Yeah, I guess so. Going to Salandit here. So the last time that Zex had a position where it would look like a fire move was coming out of it, Flare went into Diggersby. I don't think he'll do that this time because Diggersby probably can't tank whatever the Salandit would throw at. Body Press. Alright, so I feel like... Okay, again, Flare is looking for the switch. Jellicent would be my prediction here. She's going to Fire Blast. A Whiscash. Yeah, the Whiscash also tanks this. Burn would be really cool here. Don't protect. You know this thing has Dragon Dance. Do not protect. You just gotta... you gotta... I think you have to either poison this thing or just attack. Because if you're gonna play the swap game here... Yeah, there's the Dragon Dance. Now you just gotta hope... So... This Toxic needs to hit, first of all. Okay, good. Now, you don't want to protect here. The reason why you... The obvious thing would be, oh, I should protect. Oh, no. Lumberry. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Now I think... Oh. No, you don't protect. You don't switch either. You either... I think... Oh, this is tough now because... I think you may be Toxic. Okay. Flare could have been free to go for another boost there. And... that would have been catastrophic. So, you could go Apple Tune, I think, here. Depending on how it's built. Reuniclus is going to be faster, so if you wanted to go for that, you could go for it. The question is going to be, is it strong enough to KO Whiscash from where it is? Apple Tune, depending on what the third move, but the third attacking move on Whiscash is, might be able to come in here. I'm going to go for Miltank, which is obviously bulky with Rocky Helmet. Is he gonna go for the Retaliate again? Did he Milk Drink? What did he click? I think he clicked Milk Drink, right? Liquidation. Miltank survives. Is that higher than where he was before? This should KO, I think. Oh, it didn't, but also isn't going to take Rocky Helmet damage, and then so yeah. Yeah, I think you have to switch. If you want to preserve Miltank, you have to switch to Apple Tune here. Yeah. I think preserving Miltank is good potentially for Diggersby. I'm trying to think of what the other move on this thing could be. Does it get access to Ice Fang? I don't think so. Bounce. This is where it would be nice to have Protect. Oh no, what are you doing? Oh, Miltank. Go into Miltank. Go into Miltank. No. Go into Miltank. Can't go in. You cannot go into Reuniclus here. No, don't do it. You can get some damage off with Miltank here. Oh look, Trash just came online. He's playing Pokemon Sword. Or you can stay. Yeah, you can stay. That's an option. Alright, he's hoping he survives the bounce. You did. Don't be paralyzed. Don't be paralyzed. Good. Okay, so we'll get rid of the Whiscash. Alright, so Whiscash is down. Oh, I have been spacing out on marking things as painted here. So Whiscash is down. Also, Salandit is down. Is anything else down? Alright, Ninetales. This is unfortunate. So, I think you take the opportunity to maybe Leech Seed here. Because I feel like the idea is this is no. I don't like it. I don't like it, sir. He Moonblasted. If you're gonna switch, I think you switch into Mr. Rhyme there. Look at the cheeky flash cannon on this thing. Wait a second. What? How is the? Wait a sec. Oh my goodness. So Reuniclus is so slow that even with a choice scarf is slower than Ninetales. Yeah. That seems like a tactical int with the item there. Ooh. Yeah. I don't know why you would do this and give up your Miltank here. There goes Miltank. Yeah, this is I mean, I think you just have to let Reuniclus go down there at that point. I mean, now you're banking on it being able to wake up. What's it going to be faster than? We know it's, I mean, Diggersby, maybe. Probably not. Jellicent, probably, and Skarmory, probably. But we're going to the timer. Moonblast. Is there a world where Zex wins this based on the timer? If he can get rid of this Ninetales? I don't think so now. I think he's taken too much damage on the Ice Beam here. You 100% Ice Beam. Oh, Mr. Rhyme goes down, so it's a moot point. Yeah, look at his Reuniclus and his Appletoon are just way too low. It wouldn't matter at this point. What's he doing? What's he doing? Player's not even gonna. I don't think he collected movement time. So, yeah. All right, let's That was baffling. That was very baffling. Oh, I forgot to pause the video. Hold on. There is. I want to get to the. There we go. That's the screen we want. So Reuniclus is really slow, guys. And I can't believe I didn't even think of this when we were talking about the teams in team preview. Reuniclus has a base speed of 30. So even if you have... Alright, let's take a look at what Zex is dealing with... Oh, I already closed that spreadsheet. Where is Zexxios' tab? Zexxios. Alright. Okay. Here is why this might have been the biggest mistake in this battle, and it was in pre-game by deciding to put a choice scarf on this Reuniclus. The Solosis that Zex has is, or that was given, so his Reuniclus is modest, and its speed IV is decent. So it doesn't. It's not even timid and max speed. Because if it was, let's say it was, for the sake of argument, let's say that it was max speed. At level 50, the best it could be is 90 speed. So if you choice scarf it, you're looking at 180, right? That how that math works out. So then, if we look at Ninetales, oh no, it's not. It's 50%, right? I don't know. I see. I did my math wrong. So it boosts by 50%. So we're looking at 90 to 45 is 135, right? So if we look at Ninetales, I can almost guarantee you this Ninetales is going to be faster. If we look at Alolan Ninetales, again, this is based off of max, not even like what we're dealing with here. So we know that Flare's Ninetales is calm, but it also has a perfect speed IV. So let's say neutral nature, and if we'll say that Flare maxed his speed IV, his EVs on this, which is seems likely. That would put it at 161. So yeah, it's. I think that was a gigantic misplay in planning on this, is to put the choice scarf on the Reuniclus. I think almost any other item would have been better, like maybe a life orb and give it recover or something. I don't know. It doesn't. It's slow enough under a best case scenario that the choice. I mean, maybe the idea was, give it a choice scarf and it would. But the idea is, if you have a choice scarf, you want to make sure that thing outruns everything on the field, or else, kind of, what's the point, But, anyways, outside of that, things in battle, like towards the end there, like I said, he kind of gave up Miltank for nothing, when you should probably just let Reuniclus go down. I'm trying to think what else. And like I said, maybe putting it would not have mattered in this battle, but maybe putting Zen Headbutt onto the Soul Rock to let it take advantage of the Psychic Terrain itself would have been nice. But again, it didn't matter because it was able to set the terrain and then it died next turn before it would have done anything. So, but little things like that. But again, I think the big thing was the Reuniclus not having or having the choice scarf with no real way to take advantage of it. But anyways, that's enough about that. So let me know what you guys thought of this. You can post a comment below if you got any thoughts or questions or opinions on the battle. Also, if you are interested in any of our leagues or tournaments, like the Random Eggstravaganza tournament here or the Ion Pokemon League, which you can always jump into, check the description below. It has a link for the Ion Game Corner Discord server where you can get yourself involved in that and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. Also, if you enjoyed this, click that thumbs up deal. I would appreciate that. And give the channel a subscribe. It would help out immensely. But yeah, that's going to do it for this here battle video. We'll be back hopefully on Thursday with another. So thanks for watching, guys. And we'll catch you in the next video.